Good evening. It always helps to turn the microphone on. This is the time of year, surprisingly, where people are getting sick. If you've seen the church, people coughing, sneezing, etc. So tonight, I'm going to give you a recipe called Nature's Flu Shot that I got from Dr. Thomas Jackson, who was speaking at Sunrise Church, actually. And it's not really a flu shot that you buy at Walgreens. It's strictly natural. And I'm not only going to give you, a lot of people will give you ingredients, but they won't tell you why it works. So tonight, we're going to give you the ingredients, and then you're going to learn why it works and why it's effective. So the first ingredient in this particular recipe is 1 whole bulb of garlic, 6 lemons of juice. Now, you can cut this in half if it's too much, but I'll show you a picture of what it'll make in a little bit. 2 teaspoons of ginger powder or fresh ginger. Now, this next part is critical. 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. Now, you want to get the 90,000 BTU variant. The stuff that you buy in the stores normally is like 30,000. You can get the 90,000 in a Whole Foods or a health food store. 2 tablespoons of either honey or agave, and then 3 cups of pineapple juice concentrate. That you can get at Publix or Winn-Dixie. Excuse me, non-concentrate. You blend it thoroughly and put it in a jar. Now, when you take it, you want to, don't just swallow it. You need to put it in your mouth and masticate it. And what that, I can't remember who talked about the importance of when you, it was Dr. Peter. Yeah, I was listening to you. You have to masticate it. It helps digest and prepare it for the stomach, and that's critical for this particular thing to work. Now, you do not do this for prevention. You take it the moment you feel a symptom. You have to take it as soon as you feel a symptom. Now, you can take it afterwards. It will reduce the impact of the cold, but you'll still be sick, right? It's not a magical thing that it just stops your sickness. But if you're at the earliest stages, it can kill the cold. I was like at 11 for 11 the first time I did it, and then I did it a little bit too late and I got the cold. So a couple times I've gotten the cold, but typically it's because I wasn't home or didn't have access to the ingredients and I couldn't make it in time, and then I got sick. So the question is, and you take it about every 3 to 4 hours. You don't want to take it every 15 minutes because what it's doing is building up your immune system. We're going to explain why it works right now. So the first thing is garlic. What does garlic do? Garlic is antivirus, antiviral. I don't think I emailed this to her. I apologize. Lemon contains the potassium, and viruses and colds don't like dealing with the potassium. So the more of that you have in your system, the less likely the cold is to flourish. Ginger improves your circulation, and that's critical because you need to get your blood cells, etc., flowing towards the areas of your body that's fighting the flu or the cold. Now, cayenne also helps with circulation, and it brings oxygen to the cells. Honey is antibacterial, believe it or not, honey and or agave. And then pineapple contains the vitamin C, and it's antibacterial. So again, I got this from Dr. Thomas Jackson. It's in his book, actually, if you have access to his book. And she's going to show you right now a picture of what this looks like when it's made. Some people don't particularly like the taste of it. I sort of think it tastes, I'm not going to say great, but pretty good. It's pretty spicy because the cayenne really will wake you up. If you're falling asleep because of the cold, it will wake you up. So yes. I don't have an alternative for pineapple, but you remember the principle. So the pineapple gives you your vitamin C and the antibacterial. I suppose like orange might give you something similar to it, but I would email Dr. Jackson and say, I'm allergic to pineapple. I can give who have heard of Dr. Jackson before from Meat Ministries? One person, okay. But if you go to Meat Ministries, you can get his contact information. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer your questions on that. Any other questions on this? Pineapple. Speak up. Well, that's why I said she could try to, but I don't know that. I mean, these things aren't random, and they're chosen specifically to solve specific problems. Mango juice? Okay, I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna even comment on whether or not it's as effective. All I can tell you is this is the recipe that is known to work. Yes. Oh, so you may not have heard it, but pineapple has bromelain, which is anti-inflammatory. So, um, and I always, if you're like me, I'm really leery when people say, I've got this really funky recipe and you just take it and it works, right? Well, this we know why it works. There's medical science behind this, and it's also completely natural. So even though it's a quote unquote flu shot, it works. Um, this entire week, we're going to be focusing on natural remedies that you can take that are simple and solve problems rather than medicating yourself, and they actually may be more effective than what you can buy off the shelf. And that's tonight's lesson.